Hey everyone, Blake Pelton here with PlayPokerNights.com, and we're here to give you some more tips on how to become a better poker player. Today we want to talk about tells. There's a lot of really simple tells that you can watch for at the poker table to gather a lot more information and last longer in tournaments. One easy tell that I like to look for before we even start playing is the way a player stacks their chips. If their chips are in neat, perfect stacks that are easy to count and they know exactly how much they have at any given moment, if their stack looks like this, generally that means they're a fairly tight player that will only play when they have big hands. So when they place a big bet, you want to watch out for that person. If they have a messy chip stack and it looks like this and they can't glance at it and have any idea how many chips they have, many times that means that's an indication of a very, very loose player that doesn't really care. They'll play reckless, they'll call you down and chase gut shot straights all the way to the river. Some other tells and some things that I like to watch for. One of the most important things is when the flop comes out. Many poker players make the mistake of staring at the flop, hoping that their card comes. I recommend don't look at the flop, look at your opponent. Gather their information first. The flop will always be there, and you can always look back to see what you hit or what you didn't hit. Watch their eyes. Watch how they read the flop. Many times, if an opponent stares at the flop and then looks back at their cards and stares at the flop, that's an indication of a very, very weak hand. On the converse of that is if they look away or lean back in their chair or give the indication that they don't want to look at the flop, that's an indication of a very strong hand. Maybe they hit their set on their pair of threes or something like that. Something else that I like to watch for is what I call overacting. If someone sees the flop and they act really bummed out about it or really confused and don't know what to do, many times that's an indication that they've hit a big hand and they're trying to give you the idea that they have nothing. Another quick one to look for is how a player bets. Many times if they bet really strongly, slam their chips on the table, they're trying to scare you out of the hand, and lots of times that can be a bluff. Something else that people do is if their chips come out like this and then they reach back to straighten up their bet. They don't want to look as inviting and they're wanting you to fold many times when that happens. That's today's poker tips. If you have any, hopefully you can put them to good use at our poker tables. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask any one of the awesome Poker Nights dealers. Once again, I'm Blake Pelton with PlayPokerNights.com, and we look forward to seeing you at the poker tables.